morning, or I'm sorry, good evening, our Beyond the Call of Duty families, and of course, our End of Watch families. Today is Friday, the 26th of April, and you guys get me this week. So here we are. We got lots going on, kind of on the back end, getting ready to go. We leave for this year's our 2022-2023 End of Watch Ride to Remember kicks off in 5 weeks from tomorrow morning. So we got lots going on, lots of some kind of final details we're working out, and absolutely looking forward to being back on the road and having the opportunity to honor so many amazing men and women and families. And we're looking forward. So 5 weeks, that's it, 5 weeks. So unfortunately, it's been a busy week in another sense, not for a good way. And so we've got a few officers here that we'd like to share with you that paid the ultimate sacrifice over the last week. And we will start with this is Deputy Alfredo Flores, or Freddie, and he's with the LA County Sheriff's Department out of California, and his 20 of 2024. Months earlier, as the result of a fire inside a mobile shooting range at the Pitchess Detention Center in Castaic, California. He and another deputy were inside the mobile shooting range, which is built inside a 53-foot semi-trailer, when an equipment malfunction ignited a fire at about 9:30 a.m. On October 10th, 2023. Both deputies suffered severe burns before being rescued by fellow deputies and transported to a local hospital. Deputy Flores succumbed to his injuries this last Saturday, April 20th, 2024, and he had served with the LA County Sheriff's Department for 20 years. He is survived by his wife, children, parents, and siblings. So starting with Deputy Flores, California had had a pretty rough week. They also, moving on right into, this is Officer Jordan Wingate, and he was with the Oakland Police Department, also out of California, and his end of watch was also Saturday, 4/20 of 2024. Officer Wingate had succumbed to injuries sustained on August 13th, 2018, while responding to a suspicious person call at the Port of Oakland. He was driving on Middle Harbor Road at about 2:50 a.m. when a vehicle pulled into his path near Berth 55. Officer Wingate's patrol SUV struck the vehicle and then struck a parked tractor trailer. Rescue personnel extracted him from the vehicle and transported him to a nearby hospital. He medically retired in 2020 and remained under medical care until succumbing to his injuries this past Saturday, April 20th. Officer Wingate had served with the Oakland Police Department for 3 years and had previously served as a cadet with the department as well. And in 2018, he was recognized as Rookie of the Year. So unfortunately, these are two departments that are unfortunately familiar with loss, and both LA County and the Oakland Police Department, and our hearts definitely go out to you guys, your officers and your deputies' family, and all their friends and your entire communities. We also still stand on the West Coast. We'll also honor here Deputy Tobin Bolter, and he's with the Ada County Sheriff's Office there in Idaho. It's a Boise area. His end of watch was Sunday, 4/21 of 2024. Deputy Bolter succumbed to gunshot wounds sustained about 9 p.m. the previous night while making a traffic stop near the intersection of West Overland Road and South Raymond Street there in Boise. He had just exited his patrol car and was approaching the vehicle. He stopped when the driver opened fire on him before fleeing. Thankfully, a witness to the shooting called 911 and performed CPR on Deputy Bolter before medics arrived and transported him to a local hospital. The subject was located near a home on South Jackson Street a short time later. He was shot and killed by Boise police officers after opening fire on them as they attempted to take him into custody. It was later determined that the man was wanted. Deputy Bolter succumbed to his wounds at about 10 a.m. the following morning. Deputy Bolter had served with the Ada County Sheriff's Office for 4 months. He had a total of 7 years in law enforcement experience and had previously served with the Meridian Police Department and the Pleasant Hill Police Department in California. So absolutely, you can kind of see by these pictures and, you know, that Officer Wingate and here Deputy Bolter, both are pretty young. And, you know, also going on with Deputy Flores, you know, so many years that he had served, it's a huge loss to those communities and those families. We also have Texas, unfortunately, another place that has had, they have just had a rough week. We go to Investigator John Codu out of Harris County Sheriff's Office in Texas. And his end of watch was Tuesday, 4/23 at 2024. Investigator Codu was struck and killed while helping at the scene of a vehicle crash on the Grand Parkway in Houston at 9:30 a.m. He had responded to a minor collision near the Cumberland Ridge Drive intersection. He parked on the center median with his lights activated, and a truck traveling north swerved to avoid hitting the patrol vehicle and struck Investigator Codu in the median. He was transported by life flight to Memorial Hermann Medical Center, where he succumbed to his injuries. Investigator Codu was a United States Army veteran, and he had served with the Harris County Sheriff's Office for 20 years. He is survived by his wife and mother. So another amazing man here who's definitely got a grieving family and department. Unfortunately, Harris County Sheriff's Office is an agency that we visit yearly since we started, and our hearts and prayers absolutely go out to them and all of their deputies and staff and their families, and specifically this investigator's family as well. We'll move on right into, this is Officer Kyle Hicks, and he was with the Corpus Christi Police Department, also in Texas, and his end of watch was Wednesday, 4/24 in 2024. Officer Hicks succumbed to gunshot wounds sustained 4 days earlier while responding to a domestic disturbance. He and another officer located the apartment at about 12:30 a.m. and could hear a man and woman arguing inside. A male subject came to the door and a struggle ensued, during which Officer Hicks was shot. The other officer was able to return fire and kill the subject. Officer Hicks was transported to a local hospital where he succumbed to his wounds. Officer Hicks had served with the Corpus Christi Police Department for 2 years, and he is survived by his wife and 4 children. Also to note is that Officer Kyle Hicks was able to give yet one more final gift, and he was an organ donor, and his organs were all donated to those in need. So, you know, in these last 5 officers, I've got some military service, some many years in service. And then, you know, this Officer Hicks then also, after paying this ultimate sacrifice, protecting his community, him and his wishes were to donate his organs to be able to help that many more people. So our hearts and prayers are absolutely in Texas and Corpus Christi and with the Harris County Sheriff's Office as they are grieving, and will eventually start to heal from this. We also have one more to talk about, and this is Officer Louis Huchetta out of the Chicago Police Department in Illinois. His end of watch was Sunday, 4/21 of last week, so 2024. Officer Huesca was shot and killed while driving home following his shift in his personal vehicle. Other officers were alerted to the shooting by gunshot detectors in the area and located him suffering from gunshot wounds. He was still in uniform, but his gun and badge had been stolen along with his personal vehicle. He was transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he succumbed to his wounds. Unfortunately, the suspects were still at large. Officer Huesca had served with the Chicago Police Department for 6 years and was assigned to the Calumet District's Priority Response Team. And he is survived by his mother and uncle. So absolutely, again, our hearts and our thoughts and many prayers are out to Lewis's family, the Chicago Police Department. Again, another Chicago Police Department is another agency that we unfortunately have visited and will be visiting each year that we've done the ride. We've got some great relationships out of a lot of these agencies, and it truly breaks our hearts when we see that they've lost another. So please keep Deputy Flores, Officer Wingate, Deputy Bolter, Investigator Kodu, Officer Hicks, and Officer Huesca absolutely keep their families, their agencies, their friends, their communities in your thoughts and in your prayers. They absolutely need it. There's 6 families just from this past week that are absolutely mourning and could use all the support that they could get. So we can... Couple things going on. As you guys know, I know we've been kind of shooting this out there. We've got 8 days to go. A week from tomorrow is our charity golf tournament. It is Saturday, May 4th, there in Spokane. We still have whole sponsorships available. There's still time to sign up and play a round of golf for a good cause. Probably be maybe a little bit of fun that day. We'll have the memorial there. It's going to be a wonderful day, helping to raise funds to help keeping us on the road and supporting these families. We absolutely, so the registration fees is a team of 4. It's shotgun start at 11 a.m. and it's at the Downriver Golf Course there in Spokane. So absolutely, if you can make it out to Spokane, come play some golf. If you can't, you'd still like to support it, we have the whole sponsorships available. And we also have opportunities for you to sponsor a local officer to come and play and make their day and let them get out and play a round of golf. So if you have any interest, you can find all the information on our website. You can email us, but there's on our website, there is a link in our shop where you can sign yourself up to play golf or to sponsor another player, or also you can put in to sponsor a hole there as well, and we'll reach out to you. But it's all there on the webpage, and looking forward to seeing some familiar faces here next weekend. We still doing our Krispy Kreme or dozens to support our end of watch right to remember this year. I think you can continue to buy donuts, dozen donuts, $15 through, I think it's June 30th. So what it is, you go on, you can either, I know the QR code's pretty small in there, but we'll get it posted again on our Facebook page, and it's, but you can go on, buy your dozens, and what it does is they email you a code that you can take to any actual Krispy Kreme store. Unfortunately, it's not accepted at any of the little kiosks, but any actual Krispy Kreme for your 1 dozen glazed donuts. So if you guys are looking for a weekend morning snack or a little treat to bring to the office, or if you want to gift them to someone else, that's another. We had some amazing people. They're out of Texas. Hi, Daryl. That they bought quite a few dozen donuts, and what he did is one of the guys went and delivered them to local police departments and fire stations, and just thanking them for what they do for their community down there. And that was pretty amazing. That not only did the purchase of the donuts go to support us and our families and our mission, but the recipients of the donuts were also law enforcement and firefighters and first responders, which was pretty cool, I thought. So there's lots of opportunity there for that. I wanted today to do a special shout out to Valley Harley Davidson in Triadelphia, West Virginia. This is the location of our second service stop of our trip. And this dealership has absolutely gone above and beyond. They're an amazing dealership. They're very involved with local charities and supporting law enforcement in their area. And it no different. They have treated us no differently. This dealership has given us just some amazing discounts and are treating us like kings that day. On top of that, their wonderful service writer had gone out and took it upon himself to help me with a couple things. I had mentioned, us looking for a dealership for the truck and, for other services we need done that day. And man, they jumped all over it, and they have been absolutely phenomenal. I hear from other locals in the area that they are incredible sponsoring and supporting local charities, especially those involved in law enforcement. They also help take care of Wheeling Police Department, which is right there pretty close to them, just a few miles away, and taking care of all their motorcycles, and they have a great relationship. So we're absolutely looking forward to seeing them. I don't have the schedule, but seeing them in July at some point. And we'll be there all day having our services done on the motorcycles. The truck's going right across the street to a dealership we've got set up there. And so I think we'll have the memorial there at the dealership all day. And we'll get some more information about that as it gets a little bit closer. I think it's on the 12th of July, if I'm not right. But we'll definitely find out a little bit more. But get on to a few more of our regular sponsors. Of course, I always have to talk about Yolks, my absolute favorite grocery store on the planet, and I just wish they were closer. But absolutely in the Pacific Northwest, that if all your grocery shopping needs, they have an amazing meat department. Their butcher shop is amazing. They have aisles of gourmet, great cheese, and then all the regular groceries. So absolutely go out and support them any chance you get here in Washington, Idaho. I think I'll have to double check. There might be more than just Washington and Idaho now. We'll also talk about Heritage Funeral and Cremation. They're located there in Spokane. Another amazing organization. We're very thankful for their support. I think it's Memorial Day weekend. They put on a 5K walk supporting us, and they've done it for a few years now, and it's just amazing what they do and the services that they provide to families that use them for the loss of a loved one. They have some great activities and support groups and grief groups and all kinds of good stuff going on out there. So absolutely, Heritage Funeral and Cremation is one of our great sponsors, and we greatly appreciate them. Another one of our long timers and favorites is Bug Clary Toyota. They're out of Yakima. So absolutely, if you're in the market for a new car, give them a call. If you're looking for a new Toyota that may be a little hard to find, they can find it. They have just been, very supportive since we started, and we can't thank them enough for everything that they do for us and will do moving forward. Of course, can't go without talking about Phoenix Protective Corporation, our amazing diamond sponsor, who we are incredibly thankful for. In all honesty, they have been there since day one, and we wouldn't be where we are today without them. Their support has been unwavering on so many levels, and we're so appreciative of them. Here's another, that's one of their patrol vehicles from one of their offices up there in Alaska, and the beautiful scenery. So they're an amazing company. You need any security needs, they are your go-to, whether it be corporate investigations, armed security, unarmed security. If you need loss prevention, the list goes on at what they offer, but there's lots out there. And so go ahead and reach out to them for any of it, and thank them also for us for their support. And then we have, of course, ADI, Advanced Digital Imaging. They're out of Yakima. They do the wraps on our memorials, on the motorcycles. They do all our graphics. Greg and his team are phenomenal. Can't wait for people to actually get eyes on and see the memorial and what a great job they've done with it this year. When we get out and hit the road here in a few short weeks. And there's something I don't know that we've chatted about, but again, lately is our family education scholarship applications. Absolutely. If you are a family member of a fallen officer, absolutely, please go ahead and put in an application for one of our scholarships. You can email your request or get any information from our info@eowride.org. It's just one of the ways that why we do this, and one of the ways to help support these families is helping their children get just a little bump up. So absolutely, please take a look at that. And then couldn't go a day without thanking Lone Wolf and out of Harley Davidson out of Spokane Valley, and their unwavering support of us, whether it be with the motorcycles, the giveaway bike again this year that we'll be donating to one of the agencies that we visit, and have that motorcycle wrapped with their graphics and lit up like a Christmas tree to help keep that officer riding it safe. And also it'll have be in memory of the officer or officers that they lost here in the last couple of years. So absolutely, Greg, Holly, the entire Lone Wolf team has been so wonderful. And we can't thank them enough for all their support. And one last, again, we want to give our hearts and prayers out to the Chicago Police Department, as well as the Chicago Lodge 7, the FOP. They have been very supportive. All their help and the wonderful times and relationships that we've built with them. We're looking forward. I kind of hate to say it. We're looking forward to seeing them. We definitely wish it was under different circumstances. But we look forward to John and Mike from the FOP coming out and spending some time with us, and bringing along maybe some family members too. So hopefully we'll have some good surprises for everyone, and some great visits that we'll be able to share here coming up the end of July, first part of August, about a week before we head into Chicago. So we're absolutely looking forward to seeing them and thanking them again for all their support. I think, one more. Can't go without talking about our motorcycle raffle. This is a 2020 Pan America Harley Davidson. It is an amazing bike. I think it's got, even though it's a 2020, it's got, I think, 8 miles on it last we saw it. So this is the bike that we're raffling off this year. All the proceeds from this raffle go to help keeping the memorial on the road. We do it this way so that we can kind of separate the money and not take anything away from the families of all the money that we bring in along the trip. And so this is what helps us stay on the road and keep the memorial and keeping diesel in that truck. It's absolutely wonderful. And our drawing this year is going to be September 21st. And it's basically, I mean, it's not brand new, but it's as close as it gets. And it's also a special, so it's got the adjustable ride height. It's got some pretty cool features for those of us that might be a little vertically challenged. This is an amazing motorcycle, one of the best adventure bikes out there, and they're a lot of fun to ride. And each ticket is $20. So lots of opportunities there to put your name in the hat, and we'll also deliver it to anywhere here in the lower 48. We will get it to you, and so you'll be able to buy tickets from us as we travel across the nation this year on our ride. You can also reach out to the info at eowride.org. And we can get you hooked up with a local ambassador in your area who can get you tickets. So absolutely go out and get your tickets. We're going to go. Oh, hi, Sheila. Hold on. So we'll start from the beginning. I just opened it up and saw a bunch of comments from Sheila. So hi, Tammy. Yes. Tammy says, hello, my EOW friends and family. Love you all. Absolutely, Tammy. We're looking forward to seeing you here in just a few weeks. Hi, James. How's it going? Richard says, yeah, don't forget to go buy your Krispy Kreme donuts, but remember, none in the truck with me this year. Yeah, we're having to, Richard has been cut off from his donut consumption for a while. So definitely no donuts in the truck. Oh, hey, Hector, how are you doing? Yes, Jason and I have been good. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you sometime. It looks like you guys have had some excitement and maybe a big anniversary. Hint, hint. Absolutely. Good evening, Chris. Absolutely, Donna. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers going out to all those officers. Absolutely. Yes, Sheila says thank you. Golf tournament, whole sponsors, thank you all. Yes, absolutely. Umpqua Bank, that's another. I went down the list. So Umpqua Bank has also been a great supporter, and we appreciate that of the whole sponsors. We'll also have Yolks Fresh Market, another great sponsor, and I think they a whole sponsorship is what I'm saying. And then also Clark's Tire and Automotive, so another one. So there's oh my gosh, there's so many. And yes, she was also saying that there's Yolks and Montana. And another whole sponsor is Merit Health Services out of Spokane. They're a family home care service. We also have Afgado HR and Consulting LLC, another whole sponsor. Let's see. I think that's all the sponsors that I see. Yes, thank you so much for the whole sponsors and everyone coming over to play. We're absolutely looking forward to seeing everyone, and it'll be great support of Be on the Call, and we so desperately appreciate it and are very thankful. Good evening, Emery. Yes, I am very looking forward to seeing you on June 1st as well. So we will see you probably when we get over here to our first stop. And yes, Daryl, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. We missed seeing you guys last year, and so we're gonna have to make up for it seeing you guys this year when we're down there. Oh, and one more, Sheila brought up a good point. The one, let me see, here we go. So we got to fix that up. The Provision, who is amazing. Let me see if I got there. Here we go. Here's one of they do body cams. They do, we'll be live streaming with Provision products here this entire trip. So stay tuned for that. That'll be really exciting to capture some moments that we would probably typically miss. So we're really looking forward to that. Provision is an amazing company that, you know, they, with their products, they help keep officers safe. And that's the important thing. Anything we can do or anything they can do to help keep these men and women off this memorial is the best. So we absolutely appreciate Provision, and we look forward to live streaming it, the trip this year, and to see how that goes. You guys are going to see some crazy things. So that is about it, I think. So it's Friday. Everyone be safe. Thank any of your local law enforcement that you see them. You know, nothing but just a thank you, handshake and a thank you. Help keeping them safe out there. Move over. You see any first responder or really any vehicle, period, on the side of the road, move over, slow down a little bit, give them the room to do their job, and help keep them safe. It unfortunately only takes a very, very short moment to change someone's life for the worse. And so absolutely stay aware out there. Don't drink and drive. Stay off your phones, all the fun stuff. And have a great weekend. I don't, here in Washington State, it's a little gloomy and rainy, but that's okay. There's lots to get done inside. So everyone have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.